What up, world? Welcome to an episode of BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Like always, though, where you could go is my YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show. Go subscribe, comment. I do comment back. Uh, Yes, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers, by the way. I appreciate you guys on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys so much. Let's get into it, man. I know that it's Thursday, but it's still I bleed sports. So much going on. So much going on. Um, Craziness has happened. Breaking news today. Talk about that in the NFL when I get to football. Um, but basketball, NBA Finals kick off tonight. The Stanley Cup Finals for hockey kicked off last night. Um, so I'll talk about that. Talk about football, of course. But let's start it off with some boxing. Oh yeah, boxing. What I've learned about this month, this year so far in boxing is do not put your money on a sure thing. A damn sure don't put your money on a dream match. This past Saturday, Caleb Plant in Jamel Charlo uh, pretty much was on the same card. And usually, when you put two people on the same card, it usually does not pan out the right way. Um, and this kind of so goes into this whole year of boxing, which is expect the unexpected. Um, Tank and Frank Roach fight did not go, I think, as planned to Tank, and now we're getting a rematch with that one. Um, you got, of course, the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney all being on the same card with Tiafimo, and that not going exactly the way that people expected it to go. I mean, I knew Tiafimo was going to have the better outcome than they both would, but Devin looked shell shocked like I thought he would, and Ryan Garcia lost to Rolly Romero. Like, yeah, makes sense. Like, I'm to this point now where the money isn't on the obvious choices anymore. And I'm getting to the point now where yes, it's nice to have these big ass cards and it's awesome to have these type tier matches and awesome to have these type of people that's like, I don't care, we can share the card together. That's awesome. The problem with that is you're setting up a dream match and if one person goes out there like Charlo did, go out there and handle his business, and he handled his business. He beat the shit out that kid. Um, and then Caleb Plant, who goes out there and just shits the bed. It's just like, what are we doing? That is the one thing about the boxing situation that is kind of hurting boxing right now too. Is that a lot of these dream matches are now starting to kind of get now. Could you still do a dream match? Yes, I think you still can do the dream matches. I still think you should do the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney dream match. That has not changed. I still think you need to do the Charlo Plant match. That hasn't changed. It's just the optics. And I think a lot of people now are gonna sit there and say, well, Caleb Plant's already lost two fights. So it's not like he never lost before. Like he's lost before. It's never to that extent to a person that we did not know like that. You know, he lost to David Benavidez, he lost to Canelo Alvarez, but it just feels like that loss Saturday is kind of what his last fight could have been, and it should have been. I forgot a dude named Travis McCarty or McGarty, some shit like that. The way he handled Caleb in the first couple rounds, dude did that the entire fight, and it feels like Caleb Plant just I don't know what his intentions was. He just didn't show up in that night, that fight. I don't know what the hell happened. He just completely and utterly just shit the bed. And if that was the plan to have Canelo, Lord have mercy, Charlo versus Plant, it clearly got exploded. It got literally blown the fuck up. Like I said, you can still have the fight. I don't think it's completely like, oh, it's over. We can never have that fight. No, we can definitely have that match. I think it definitely should happen still. Will it happen to the extent of what the hype of it was? Possibly if Plank handled his business in the main event? Possibly. I mean, possibly. But what I've learned about boxing so far this year is never put your money on the long shots. I mean, never put your money on the obvious. Canelo's fight, no matter what people want to say, Canelo's fight sucked. That fight fucking sucked. It was boring. You can sit there and blame William Skull for running all night. I don't give a fuck. Canelo should have cut the ring off and punished his ass. Canelo didn't want to get hurt. Canelo didn't also want to do anything in that night. He just had to do enough. He knew he was going to win the fight regardless because there's a bigger fight on the horizon for him. He knew he was going to win regardless. So you can sit there and say, but he did. No, man. He knew he was going to win that fight regardless. All he had to do was enough. The fact that he didn't cut off the ring, the fact that he didn't even try to stop anyone. Like that shit was so fucking boring. Even in the Tank fight with Frank Roach, like Tank just did not show the fuck up. Like I don't know what that fuck it was. I think Tank realized he had the first couple rounds, and this is a pet peeve of mine with boxing. It's like you motherfuckers do see the first round, you get the first round, then you just stop. It's like you get the first couple rounds and then you just fucking stop. It's like no, you got to keep going, bro. Like he just let Lamont Roach after like maybe 6 rounds just start to catch up and kind of get to him. It's just like, what are you doing? Um, the Devin fight sucked. It sucked. It was inactive. Like both same thing. Like I said, that's why I hate commentators nowadays in sports because you sons of, and I don't say hate, but god damn, you sons of bitches just don't know what you're talking about because you're selling people on a dream. You're selling people a dream. It's like the night before, it was a Devin Haney fight, and he was running, and everybody was running in that fight, and then you was like, "Yeah, this isn't boxing. This is terrible." And you turn around the next fucking day and talk about somehow Canelo put on an exhibition, how he put on a classic, and it's all on William Skull to fight back. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I didn't understand that. Like, I didn't understand that. Um, it was stupid to sit there and say that. I just didn't understand that. But I feel like the boxing world right now is don't put your money on the obvious. I think that the dream matches are starting to kind of get a little harder to make now because a lot of these people are maybe putting too much stock into themselves. And then listen, man, if you don't believe in yourself, then who's gonna believe in you, right? Like, I mean, yeah, but this is the thing about now the dream matches. That undefeated shit is gone. It's gone. And we have to now prioritize boxing in no sense of a lot of these people are not gonna be undefeated anymore. So if you're not gonna come in undefeated, what the fuck are you? Why are you holding it so close to the vest? Like go in there and fight the people that you're supposed to goddamn fight. I want to see Tank versus Shakur Stevenson if Tank beats Lamont Roach. That fight needs to happen, especially now that Lomachenko, which is the news that also broke today in the boxing world, Lomachenko is now officially retired. He's not coming back. He is officially retired. He's done. Um, what do I feel about that situation? I knew when he took the break, he wasn't coming back. Is it really that damn surprising? I knew that when he took the break, he wasn't coming back. I knew that. You had a ready-made match with Tank right in and there. Even Shakur, you could have took any one of those matches, and yet you just decided not to. I knew he was done then. And happy retirement. I mean, don't do no Manny shit, no Manny Pacquiao shit, where you've been out the ring for like 2, 3 years, and then you want to come back. It's like, why? Why? I don't get it. But putting your money on the obvious choice isn't working anymore. It's like, and also you got to get these dream matches 100% set in stone. And the only way you can do that is if you have one person fight and the other one doesn't. So having Charlo and Plant on the same card, Charlo handles his business, but Plant gets his ass whooped. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah. Basketball. NBA Finals starts tonight. Pacers Thunder. I'm looking forward to this NBA Finals to talk about that in a minute. One thing I gotta talk about is what happened yesterday, and that is the firing of Tom Thibodeau. Was it yesterday or was it Tuesday? It was one of these days. Tom Thibodeau got fired. It was sometime this week. Tom Thibodeau. Yeah, it was that. It was yesterday. It was yesterday. So I'm supposed to do the show yesterday. Tom Thibodeau is no longer the New York Knicks head coach. Um, Surprised? No, no. They've been setting Tom Thibodeau up since last year. They've been setting Tom Thibodeau up since last year. Look at how they structured the team. Is that a Tom Thibodeau type team? Because it's not. Tom Thibodeau is a defensive minded coach. He's always been. Since he was the head coach of the Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose and Kurt Heinrich and Ben Garden and Brad Miller and then Joakim Noah and Carlos Boozer and Taj Gibson and Jimmy Butler, and he's always been a defensive minded coach. Your two best players on your team cannot defend to say their fucking lives. Now, I'm not like Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas scorched earth with Karl Anthony Towns on his podcast. Not like Gilbert Arenas. But I do believe Karl Anthony Towns just sucks at defense. I do believe that, though. He's not great at defense. He's not. He's not a great defender. He is the true definition of an offensive player. And he's not great at defending people. He doesn't know how to do that. The reason why the Kentucky Wildcats, when he was a freshman or a sophomore, and they went undefeated that whole year, the reason why they couldn't win in the Elite Eight to Wisconsin was because Frank Kaminsky was whooping his ass on the boards, and he could not stop him physically when he would go in the paint. He couldn't stop him. They had to put Trey Lyles on his ass, and that still wasn't enough. Garden Towns could not defend like Frank Kaminsky. He has ass destroyed by that boy. Like he got killed in that series, in that game by that man. I knew then he wasn't great at defending. He has very flat feet defensively. He can't defend. Yes, he's great offensively, but he's not a great defender. He's not. Now, like I said, I'm not like Gilbert Arenas who just went fucking completely left on that shit. It's just like, but like I said, Jalen Brunson's not a great defender either. He's small. So if you play against somebody that's a little quicker, a little bit athletic, and also has the height advantage, you can physically, and he's a great offensive player. He's a great offensive weapon. Uh, the boy can score. People might get mad at me when I say this. I'm not saying he is him, but he favors him. Allen Iverson. Jalen Bronson favors Allen Iverson, where offensively he's incredible. Like he can go into the lane and get the points. You can try to press shit and he gonna cook you with that. He can score. He's a beast. The problem with that is the difference between AI, and Jalen Bronson when it comes to defense. AI was a defender. AI was on your ass. Jalen Brunson's not good at defense, and he's never been great at defense. So you put two players on there. You got your two best players are not great defenders. One of them has to be great defenders. One of them. You can have four players on your court that can play defense, but two that you're relying on that much cannot defend. That's a problem. That's a massive fucking problem. Anybody sitting there saying that's not, you're lying. Especially in the playoffs, that's a massive fucking problem. And then Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. Okay, who's your shooting guard? Who's your small forward? Who's your power forward? Because you got three small forwards on the court. This isn't pickup basketball. You can't have 3 small forwards all on the same court. Who's your shooting guard? Who's your small forward? Who's your power forward? That is a problem right then and there. That's a problem right then and there. That's a massive problem right then and fucking there. You have 3 small forwards that are starting for you. And as lengthy as some of them they are, you put them in no man's land. Sometimes too, because sometimes they're not as athletic as they need to be. Or they're not as big as they need to be. They got length, but they have no height. They have no um no girth to them. So when you go up against a power forward like a Pascal Siakam or Miles Turner, you gonna get your shit put into you're gonna get put into a position where you can't fucking move. Like I'm not shocked that Jalen Hurts and I mean Jalen Hurts like Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges and OJ Anunoby had moments in this series where they couldn't really do shit because you got to worry about your defensive. And then on top of that, again, Karl Anthony Towns is not a great defender. Karl Anthony Towns is not a great defender. And Jalen Brunson not a great defender. So now you're really relying on 3 players to defend and also get you buckets. That's a problem. That's a massive, massive, massive problem. They set Tom Thibodeau the fuck up. I don't care what anybody say. They set this man up last year. They traded away pretty much their future, trying to get Mikal Bridges. You let OG Anunoby walk in free agency. This is the stupidity of the fucking New York Knicks. You literally let him walk in free agency. You didn't sign him. You let him walk in free agency. So you let him walk in free agency. And then you're like, oh shit, we need to resign him. We need to bring him back. Why? Why? You traded Julius Randle and DiVincenzo to get Karl Anthony Towns. I said I didn't think neither one of those teams really benefited from that trade. And I said if there is one, I said that if there is one, it was Minnesota. I didn't understand the decision of Karl Anthony Towns being traded to the Knicks. And I still don't. I don't understand it. They set Tom Thibodeau up a year ago to get him fired. So they could blame it on him that this team didn't win a championship. It's not his fault. Now I hear everybody now. Jay Williams had the craziest take and the dumbest take I've seen from a Spurs analyst so far, and that is, oh man, they should just go get Ime Udoka from Houston. Like Houston is going to let you get Ime Udoka. You gonna have to trade players and compensation to get Ime Udoka. I'm not letting Ime Udoka walk nowhere if I'm Houston. And if I'm Ime Udoka, what the fuck am I leaving Houston for? Why? Why am I leaving Houston? I got Jalen Green, I got Jabari Smith Jr., I got Tyron Eason, I got Shane Goon, I got uh a man Thompson. What the fuck am I leaving Houston for? To go to New York for what? So I get scrutinized if I don't get them over the hump? What the fuck am I leaving Houston for? That's just stupidity. I don't understand that shit. What I would do if I'm the New York Knicks, people are saying, well, go get Mike Malone, the old Denver Nuggets head coach. I don't think it's a good idea either. I don't think it's a good idea either. Because if you're comparing the Joker to Karl Anthony Towns, it's not even the same comparison. Offensively, it's not even the same comparison. They both can't defend, but offensively, it's not even the same comparison. The Joker is a way better fucking player than Karl Anthony Towns. It's not even fucking close. Are you kidding me? Jalen Brunson is somewhat better than Jamal Murray. And if you look at the Denver Nuggets, I don't even know who the fuck the shooting guard is. Who's that two? I don't even know who that two is. But Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's a little bit better than Josh Hart. And if we're going off of who's the small forward, OG Anunoby's better than Michael Porter Jr. And whoever the two guard is in Denver, I don't know who it is, but Mikal Bridges is better than that two guard in Denver. So your whole centerpiece will be around trying to get the Joker going. If you believe Karl Anthony Towns has somewhat of the Joker in him, then yeah, go make that decision. Go do that. But I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Um, I don't really know who the next get to be the next head coach because I didn't think that they would be this fucking stupid to do it. I didn't think the Knicks would be that goddamn stupid to do it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think the Knicks would be that stupid. The Knicks are really that dumb. They have officially jumped the Dallas Cowboys for the dumbest fucking franchise of popularity in the NBA in sports. They're the dumbest fucking franchise. Like it's just so fucking stupid. You at least the Cowboys will let Mike McCarthy come back for a fucking year. It's like god damn, like you gave Tom Thibodeau, who brought you to not just one but three playoff series, three playoffs. This man has brought you to three straight playoffs, and you fired him. Two of them, he got you to at least a game seven in the semifinals, and then he got you literally to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since the '90s, since '99, and you fired him? Since 2000. They paid the Pacers in 2000. Since 2000, and you fired him. Fucking Knicks, dude. I don't know what the fuck. Again, now it's on Leon Rosen, and whoever else in the New York Knicks organization. It's now all on y'all. So if you fuck this up, y'all are the only ones that take the bullet for this. I would have never fired Tom Thibodeau. Never. Why am I firing him? Why? That just fucking stupidity. I'm sorry. That's fucking stupidity. That's fucking stupidity. And you could see Josh Hart and them like, and here's the thing, Karl Anthony Towns. This blowback will be on you. And I need you to know that. This blowback will be on you. Because this is the second time now Tom Thibodeau has been your head coach. And he has been fired. Now, people can sit there and say, well, it's not on Karl Anthony Towns. That has nothing to do with Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know. Because every time he's been your head coach, something seems off. He set you what in the fourth quarter for a long stretch of time, and people were like, "Why Karl Anthony Towns not in the game?" I feel like this is the situation that's at hand. Y'all put too much stock into Karl Anthony Towns to get you to the NBA Finals. I don't know why, and it bit you in your ass. He's not a great defender. He's not. So yeah, NBA Finals. We've officially arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is game one of the Pacers versus Thunder. Of course, this episode will be out afterwards. So what do I think of this series, man? I can't wait to see the series. I can't wait to see the series. Um, I am sick and tired of these fake ass media personalities, either on social media or on TV, trying to sell this NBA Finals like it's not going to be good. You only care about a name, not the game. I think this series is actually going to be really good. because I think you have two of the best head coaches left standing in the playoffs. Rick Carlisle is an incredible head coach. If you do not know that, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Mark Dagnall is actually starting to become a really great head coach for the future of the OKC Thunder. To have those young players to play as one, to get them to the Western Conference, to get them the number one seed for 2 consecutive years, and to finally get them into the NBA Finals in what, your third, fourth year? I think you've been a head coach to get them to the NBA Finals. And that's a young fucking team. To have your oldest player be 26 years old, one of your core players be 26 years old, who's now the MVP of the NBA, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think people need to understand, like, this is going to be a chess move series. I don't think the Pacers are who they were when they first played the OKC Thunder. This is going to be a great series. And I don't think people are ready to hear that, because you just want to believe what you want to believe. Let sports media tell you that this isn't going to be. Now they have to put, like, well, it's going to be star driven. And man, shut your ass up. You've been selling this NBA Finals like it's the worst fucking finals that's ever happened. And you've been selling this NBA Finals like, oh man, the small market. Oh man, the small market teams. Do you not understand, outside of New York, Los Angeles, Boston somewhat, in Chicago? And Chicago ain't been a big market since Jordan retired. Fuck that. Never been a big market since Derrick Rose got hurt. What the fuck are you talking about, big markets? What are you talking? Golden State's a big market? Cleveland is a big market? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Milwaukee is a big market? The fuck are you talking about? Phoenix is a big market? The fuck are y'all talking about? Oh, but Brandon, that's the names. No, man. No, man. The octaves of what people be talking about in sports is very fucking stupid. Big market, small markets are the teams that actually make the NBA better. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Thunder, Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers. Those are the teams that make the NBA actually worth watching. You have to get on board with this shit, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to tell you this, if you've been living under a rock, LeBron James maybe got 1 year left in him. Excuse me. Steph Curry might have 2 years left in him. Kevin Durant might got 2 years left in him. Steph might get 3. And then they're gone. Russell Westbrook, I can see him retiring at the end of this year. I can definitely see it. There are certain players that you know that it's getting closer to the end. And yet you got these dumbasses in the media. And this is another thing that I hate about the media sometimes, especially nowadays, is that what's this shit? The face of the league. Y'all do know the media makes the face of the league, right? For years, the face of the league was Larry Bird. And then Larry Bird said, nah, it should be Magic Johnson. It's Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has got it. And then guess what the media did? It's Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan becomes one of the best players in the league. Now it's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was gone for what, a year and a half? Who was the face of the league? Shaq? Shaq was the face of the league? Hakeem Olajuwon? That's the thing I hear when people talk about the face of the league, the face of the league. The media is the ones that make the face of the league. And let's be 100. The reason why you don't want to say who's the face of the league, because the people that you actually want to be the face of the league hasn't proven it yet. Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, John Morant. They've been trying to make other people the face of the league off of some criteria they have created. You got to have that energy like Michael Jordan. You got to come off like a LeBron James. It was a time where Giannis was the face of the league, and then now Giannis is not the face of the league anymore. They tried to make the Joker the face of the league at one point, and that didn't even work. The media don't know what the fuck the face of the league is if you fucking slap the shit out of them. Then you had this dumbass on TV yesterday, talk about some. The face of the league is LeBron James. That's who the face of the league is. And when it's all said and done, that's what. And when he's gone, then we can talk about the face of the league. No, bitch. The face of the league is none of these dudes. It should be someone that is consistent, who's always there. The Joker. But he's an international player, so you can't make the Joker an international player the face of the league. You tried Giannis, who's also an international player. You've tried even Luka, and it didn't work. Ja Morant gets in trouble too much. You can't put him as the face of the league. You thought Zion would be the guy, and Zion just has never lived up to it. I'm not saying this NBA Finals is going to prove who's the face of the league. What I'm saying is you sitting there with a straight face and lying on TV or even on social media and saying and pretending that this NBA Finals does not matter moving forward is stupid, because I need you to understand something. The Lakers are not going to the NBA Finals anytime soon, bro. This might have been the next best chance to get to the NBA Finals, and that shit is dead. Boston is now in a position where they're going to have to either rebuild or at least start looking into the future, because Jason Tatum is out for at least a year. Are you willing to give it to Jaylen Brown? Anthony Edwards still needs help. He needs a 1A or 1B. But this NBA Finals needs to be embraced more. And the fact that y'all sitting there trying like pretend like this isn't an amazing NBA Finals because they have no star power is stupid. It's very stupid. This is, to me, the two best teams in the NBA. So I'm not too bent out of shape about it, because actually I'm looking forward to this shit. So hope you guys enjoy this, man. Football. It is official. Aaron Rodgers is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Well, he's about to sign and be a Pittsburgh Steeler. This shit is still weird. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Um, Aaron Rodgers is officially going to Pittsburgh. He's going to be in Pittsburgh OTAs next week. I think they said. They said he's going to sign a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I think Aaron Rodgers, this was his only, like I told my brother Juan yesterday, Tuesday. No, yeah, Tuesday. No, it was yesterday. Like I told my brother Juan, this Aaron Rodgers had no other fucking option but to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. It's not like he had a choice in the fucking matter. Either you want to play football or your ass don't. It's very fucking simple. You either in or you're out. It's very fucking simple. You were not going to Minnesota. They weren't going to bring you. JJ McCarthy was not going to take a step back because you are Aaron fucking Rodgers. Every team had already signed a quarterback or was cool with what they had already. The Saints, the Browns, the Raiders, the Giants, the Vikings, the Titans. The Browns would rather roll with a fucking either the two rookies they got, a Kenny fucking Pickett before they take you. The Saints have a second year starter, a second year player, and a fucking rookie. And they're like, yeah, we're good. We'll figure it out from there. And they signed another rookie. Aaron Rodgers had no fucking other option but to fucking sign to Pittsburgh. If you wanted to play this year. And now it's kind of looking stupid because I would have waited another day. Because now it seems like Anthony Richardson is hurt by the Colts for the Colts. He's got a shoulder injury. All fucking ready. The Colts are not gonna be comfortable with putting Daniel fucking Jones in that offense. You can kiss my ass. That shit ain't happening. If they were smart, if they were smart, they would have went to go get Aaron Rodgers. But they didn't. Aaron Rodgers going to Pittsburgh is the same thing what happened when he went when he waited too fucking long, and I mean technically he had to get traded, but he put a lot of things that it was like he put a lot of roadblocks up to try to go from the Jets to from the Packers to the Jets, I should say. This is the first time Aaron Rodgers was a free agent in his career, and this is the results we got. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be good at all in Pittsburgh. I saw someone on Sports Center today. They were like, "Oh, eight to you know 8.5 wins, 8 wins to 9, pretty much." It's not gonna be because of Aaron Rodgers. It's gonna be because of that defense of Pittsburgh. It's still that fucking defense of Pittsburgh. And Aaron Rodgers just needs to do enough. And that's asking him now a lot. Just do enough, and that's asking him a lot. We thought, oh well, all the Jets needed him to do was just be better than Zach Wilson, and he couldn't fucking do that. I actually think Aaron Rodgers brings the Pittsburgh Steelers stock down. I think he brings his stock down. I think he's too set in his ways. I think he thinks he can just do whatever he wants to do as a quarterback, and it's not going to cost him. Yeah, I don't trust his move. It's officially done. But I have less faith in the Pittsburgh Steelers than I ever had recently. I don't think it's going to be good. I think this might be the first losing season under Mike Tomlin, which means he might get fired for this shit. NFL predictions. I did the AFC East all last couple of weeks. I'm keeping it in the East, just the NFC East. And that is the New York Giants. New York Giants last year drafted Malik Neighbors and proceeded to have the worst goddamn all season ever. If you watched Hard Knocks all season, if you watched Hard Knocks last year all season, the Giants, the G-Men, was the first and only team because they're never doing that shit again. To do a Hard Knocks all season. And we officially got our first look at the GM of the New York Giants, Joe Steichen. And oh shit, boy. He Oh shit! I ain't never seen somebody torpedo a team so fucking fast. Lord have mercy. Hey man, Saquon, can you just call me and tell me where you go sign if you try to sign somewhere else? I don't think it's smart to pay a $12 million running back when we're paying a $45 million quarterback. That's just stupid. Oh, that is oh my God! It made people question GM. Being a GM in the NFL, it really made us question shit. He's like, well, damn, nigga, anybody can be a GM in the NFL. This is ridiculous. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Hey man, Saquon, can you just call us and tell us if you're gonna go somewhere else and get signed? Oh man, that shit was so funny and stupid. Um, Brian Burns, you trading out Brian Burns, great. Whoop de freaking do. Um, this whole situation, man. Uh, Giants last year was just a walking fucking uh told you so. It was a walking fucking told you so. Big ass billboard of told you so. And then on top of that, the same fucking quarterback that you said we're paying a quarterback $45 million to finally see what he can do. You fired him somewhere in the season. So now the quarterback and the running back, by the way, you could have re-signed, paid him more because he clearly was the offense. By the end of the year, you had to look for a new quarterback and a running back. The New York fucking Giants, ladies and gentlemen. The New York fucking Giants. What the fuck is going on in New York? What is going on in New York? The Giants, the Knicks. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, what's going on? Like, I grew up with New York teams my whole life, and I know them niggas was bad, but god damn, bro, this shit is just this is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. The Jets used to be. I got more faith in the Jets this year than I got the fucking Giants. Let's be real. The Giants, though, hopefully this draft has redeemed some quality in your ass. A dual Carter from the Penn State, incredible linebacker, defensive end. You got drafted third overall. Like nobody saw that shit coming. And then the big shocker. They traded back into the first round and got Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. Now, I watched Jackson Dart when I was, because I'm an SEC kid, LSU, of course, clearly. But at the same time, Jackson Dart getting drafted in the first round, I guess. I mean, to me, Jackson Dart was kind of starting to move up on a lot of people's boards. If you actually heard a lot of people talk, you would hear a lot of people say Jackson Dart is kind of the second quarterback that will be taken. So I'm not surprised that he got taken. Trading up to go get him is kind of crazy. Maybe they felt like the Browns would take him at 33 because the Browns had to pick right after them. Maybe they felt like the Browns would take him. Maybe they felt like the Saints would take him. Um, they felt like a team would take him if he moved farther down. So I get it. Go get your quarterback if you believe that he's your guy. Um, One thing about Brian Daboll is he's never had his guy, and if he feels like Jackson Dart is his guy, then I can't get mad at that. You, I've been saying this for years that he got stuck. He got stuck with Daniel Jones. Like he got literally stuck with Daniel Jones. He gave him his first good year, and they immediately paid Daniel Jones too much fucking money because he had an average ass quarterback here. And you sat there and thought that that was a good idea. Why? And then you go out there, the GM, the next fucking breath goes out there and says, well, we're paying a quarterback $45 million. We need to, we're paying a quarterback $45 million. So we, of course, need to keep him. And we're gonna let we're paying a quarterback $45 million. Of course, we gotta let go of the actual offensive weapon that we really do have in Saquon fucking Barkley. They gave Brian Dable a bullshit situation and told him to make it work, and it didn't work. So Jackson Dart being now with the New York Giants makes total sense. If you can actually help this kid get to where he needs to be as a quarterback, I do not think that the New York Giants are going to have a bad situation. Like I said, if you've been watching the Giants, you kind of do feel like the Giants are one of those teams that probably should have fired Brian Dable just to let him go. Definitely the GM. That was just mal fucking practice. Just saying, okay, we're gonna let Saquon Barkley walk. What the fuck are you talking about? The funniest part of that whole the funniest part of that whole fucking um uh 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 training all season for the Giants was, yeah, Saquon left, but then you heard the fucking voiceover in the background. As soon as the ink dried on Saquon's contract, a double whammy. The Giants have also lost Xavier McKinney. The Giants have also lost Xavier McKinney from like I was like, God damn, man, shit, let the goddamn man have a chance. Like shit. That shit was funny. I laughed so hard at that shit. Ah, that shit was so goddamn funny. Yeah, I am a huge. That was shit was so funny. That shit was funny. I would have loved to see a Dallas Cowboys win this year. That shit would have funny. That shit would have been funny. Even a Browns one, just to see the decision making of like, so you took a quarterback in the third round and turned around and took a quarterback in the fifth fucking round. That like, in what world does that make any fucking sense? I've only seen that one fucking time where you took a quarterback in the first round and then you took a quarterback in the fourth fucking round. Like, what are we doing? Like, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. That was very stupid. But yeah, but yeah, I thought that was stupid. The Giants this upcoming season. What do I feel? What do I believe in? I think the Giants this season is gonna be an interesting fucking team. The reason why I say it's gonna be an interesting fucking team is because I feel like the Giants this season uh are not gonna be great. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna play great. They're gonna be okay. But I don't think they're gonna be like game changing, life altering great. I think they're gonna be fourth in the NFC East. But I do think their win total goes up. Now that's the crazy part. I actually think what they won last year, what, 4 games, 5 games, some shit like that. Nah, they lost some games. 3 games, I think, last year. Because last year was terrible. Every fucking team last year could have had the first and second, the third, fucking fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. It was like what, 3 games last year, some shit like that. Um, yeah, they won 3 games last year. Um, I think it goes up. I think they win six. I think they win six, but I think they still are no match to get into the position of possibly being um in the conversation. I just think they're not in a situation where like a Dallas or a Philly or a Commanders. I just don't think they have enough to do that. Now I do believe they're gonna be better than what people expect. I do believe that. I think Russell Wilson being there for a minute, being the quarterback for a minute, um, even though he's kind of dipped a lot since he's been the starter in the last couple of years, you give Malik Neighbors somewhat of a trustworthy situation. Maybe let's see what the Giants are. I think the Giants had a pretty good draft where people would not really, too much give too much respect to and talk about. But I think the Giants had a pretty good fucking draft. I like the quarterback, the running back they drafted, um, um, from Arizona State. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be a pretty good weapon, pretty good tool used for him. So that's going to be a pretty good thing to see. Um, but yeah, man, I can't wait to see what this is going to look like moving forward. But I don't think the Giants are going to be super great. I will say this: the Giants' defense is going to be probably one of the best defenses this whole year. I think I got a lot of faith in the Giants' defense, which is crazy to say. But I think the Giants defense is going Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence. Like that fucking defense is gonna be scary. That's a good fucking defense. So yeah, I think the Giants defense is gonna give a lot of problems to a lot of fucking people. So I say 5 to 6, 5 to 6 games. I think they win 5 to 6 games. So definitely. But that is it. Tell you guys soon. Be back next week. Next week, why not? Cowgirls. I mean Cowboys. Cow, Cowboys. Will be my next week team that I'll be talking about. Um, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, that's next week. And of course, the NBA Finals will be fully engaged. I'll talk about that. Boxing, of course. So maybe even the NHL playoffs. I didn't get a chance to get to it today, but talk about that too. Um, yeah, baseball. I haven't talked about baseball in a minute. But I'll talk about the baseball. My Cubs are rolling. Yeah, Cubs are killing shit. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I felt like we could either get into the playoffs as the Cubs. I thought we could get the playoffs. If we don't get to the playoffs, we can at least. This is gonna be a really bad season. But I'm so fucking happy. So far this year, we're actually having a really good fucking year. I'm happy. I'm happy. I can't tell we won or lost today. I can't really tell we won or lost today. I think we played today. I can't tell we won or lost. So yeah. But but yeah. Anyway, tell you guys next week. Peace.